Welcome back to our channel and welcome if you're new. Today's video is a story time of our travel day from Panama to Colombia. We're going to be sharing the challenges that we encountered on our way to our newest destination. If you haven't done so already, we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a new video. So if I rewind probably 2 days before we were scheduled to leave Panama, we realized that because we were flying Wingo, which is a smaller airline, we didn't have 50 pounds available in our bags. We could only pack 40 pounds. Now, when we realized this, we already had 5 of our 7 bags packed to 50 pounds and ready to go. So Max and I are there with our little luggage scale trying to figure out how to reduce the amount of things in these bags to get us to the 40 pounds that we were allowed. We considered going to the mall to try and buy an additional suitcase, but it just felt like we probably don't need all this stuff. What are we doing? So we proceeded to go through each suitcase, take out whatever we thought we could take out, and either throw away or leave. Our host at the Airbnb in Panama, I reached out to them and I said, we have some, gently used children's clothes that our kids had grown out of and sneakers. I said, is it okay if we leave it and maybe someone can use it or you can donate it? And they said yes, that was fine. In the end, we ended up having to leave things that maybe we wanted to take, and then the things that felt like, okay, this is essential, we ended up having to pay for overweight bags. Now, the cost for overweight bags was $14 per kilogram that you were over the allotted amount. So our grand total for bags was $194. With all of that packing and rearranging, Max and I got next to 0 hours of sleep. We might have gotten like an hour and a half. And then we had to be up bright and early. Our driver came at 5 a.m. and he got there a little early to pick us up. And so we had to get all of those bags. We had 7 bags, so we had to get them all loaded into the car along with the car seat and the stroller and all of that, get it loaded up and head to the airport. But we got to the airport in great time and we were able to get onto our flight without any hassle, so that was great. When we landed in Colombia, it was great. They had a line in customs or immigration for people with children that were under 7, so that made our time going through customs very quick. But once we got outside, we could not find our driver, and we didn't have a SIM card yet for Colombia, so we were relying on the airport internet, but we were outside, so we kept having to go back inside and try and figure out where he was. And our driver only spoke Spanish, and so we had to translate whatever we wanted to say to him before we sent it, and then translate what he sent back. So anyway, we find him, we get to him, and his car does not look like it's going to fit 7 bags, a stroller, and all this stuff. So Max and him worked together to get everything loaded up. We ended up having to put the stroller on the roof. When we booked our Airbnb, we were thinking that we were going to be about 2 hours outside of the city. So we figured that's not too far, it'll be good. Our travel day won't be too long. Well, when we got into our car, he said that it was going to take at least 4, maybe 5 hours to get there. So the first thing that Max said to him was, if you don't mind, we'd like to stop somewhere and get something to eat, because we had been traveling since 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, we all kind of needed a meal. The guy said, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Well, everyone in the car, not the driver, of course, but me, Max, and the kids, we fell asleep, we woke up, everything, and we still hadn't stopped anywhere to eat. So I'm like, Max, did he understand you? Like, what's going on? But I guess he has his stopping point, like about 2.5 hours into the ride. He stopped somewhere for us to eat. While we were at the restaurant, Jackson and Maddie, we got them both fresh orange juice. And while we were at the restaurant, Jackson threw up, and we got him all cleaned up. We thought he was good. Then we get in the car, we start driving a little bit more. Maddie starts throwing up, and we're like, what the heck? The driver is completely unfazed. He keeps driving. He doesn't offer to pull over. He doesn't stop. So I'm in the back with the kids trying to find something to catch the throw up, trying to clean everything up. And it was crazy. A few days later, we were talking to our friend Kenya, and she reminded us that there's a whole thing with altitude sickness, and being in Bogota, because of the elevation. Sometimes you can experience that. So me and Max, when we got off the plane, we were a little winded, but it wasn't too bad. And the kids were in the stroller, and they seemed to be fine. But once we kind of thought of those two things together, we're like, they were probably throwing up because of altitude sickness, not because of the orange juice, like what I thought. I'm laughing because I had this whole thing. I told Max, we can't get the kids juice from any restaurants anymore. The only juice that they'll be able to drink is something that we've prepared ourselves, because this juice definitely made them sick. All in all, it took us about 6 hours to reach our destination, which was a little rough, but the kids did really good. They had coloring books, and they were listening to the music and seeing the sights. They also took lots of naps. I think it took us so long because there were patches of like crazy traffic, and then other patches of open road. We were super grateful to arrive at our destination, even if it was 6 hours, safe and in one piece. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't done so already, we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.